this is Stampy, and welcome to a Minecraft Let's Play video, and another video inside of Stampy's lovely world. Good morning, William Beaver, and good morning, Polly Reindeer. This is a new thing to see. Oh wow, you can throw... Look how far she can throw snowballs. You can tell she has grown up throwing snowballs. Look at that. They almost hit William. That is an unbelievable arm that reindeer has. As you can see, we have repaired and improved Polly's house after the... after what happened to it in the last episode. So tell you what, let's go and show that first. Before we begin building anything else, let's show you Polly's new and improved home. Barnaby, you can come with me. Cake, you can go in my belly. Nom, 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 nom. There we go, lovely. We're going to add someone to the love garden, and we'll check out what Polly's house looks like now. It's pretty similar. We wanted to keep it a very similar design, but we have made it even better. We made the most after what Hit the Target and Vivadas tried to do to us last episode. And if you are wondering, we haven't seen them since, by the way, so I'm still holding up hope that after what we did to their fortress in the last episode, that maybe they have been scared off for good, but we're going to have to wait to see to find out. Anyway, to Love Garden today, I'm adding Nate Law, and the reason I'm adding Nate Law is because they made this incredible Stampy statue, and you can see it compared to this card, the size of it, and it looks like they're taking it out for a little road trip for the day. So I just say thank you so much for making the model, and welcome to my love garden. Right then, Polly, let's go and see your new and improved homes. As you can see, the outside is almost the same. We changed the roof up there, and I think that looks better, and I think it looks much better on the inside as well. So that's a little bit higher up, but the inside is mainly the same. You can see that the library is looking pretty similar. Up here is slightly different, but yeah, pretty much the same. You can see what the ceiling's like in here now as well. Polly's bedroom is still Polly's bedroom, but the big addition is downstairs. You can see, seeing as Hit the Target blew a massive hole under her house, we've made the most out of it, and we've built a little basement down here. So Polly uses this to work out all of her redstone contraptions. It looks like she's built herself an apple dispenser. Not entirely sure how this entire thing works, but I guess it's Polly just working out and playing around with new ideas. And be careful, Barnaby. It might be dangerous in here. It looks like there's a lot of things going on all at the same time. And I'm gonna go and have myself a couple apples. Why not? So yeah, this is Polly's new and improved basement. So not looking too shabby. We certainly made the best out of the bad situation. But today, we are going to be going and heading to the Funland. And Barnaby, tell you what, you can join us again today. Seeing as you were barely with us in the last episode, as he was on guard duty, Barnaby can join us for this episode instead. And we're going to be going to the Funland, hopefully getting back to a bit of normality and building a brand new minigame. And this minigame is going to be called Swampsies. And I'll explain a little bit more exactly how it's played. But the thing it's most similar to is Connect 4. And it's Connect like Connect 4 in the fact you're trying to connect rows of either sand or gravel. But the big difference is you're not trying to connect 4. You're actually trying to connect 3. And then there's a few other changes. And I can't remember. Does anyone remember the combination? Does anyone remember how to get in? Is it these 3? Is that it? There we go. The problem with having a very secure lock is that you need to remember the combination in order to actually get in. But once again, Polly is here to help and was able to get us in. And where's Barnaby? Is he following around behind us somewhere? Well, tell you what, dogs can teleport anyway, so I'm just going to go, and he can just teleport behind me anyway. So let's go inside here. We're pressing button number 3 today, which is this one down here. And right then, let's go and teleport ourselves off to the Funland. It was a little bit weird traveling through the teleporter without a dog with me, but I'm sure Barnaby will be able to teleport and join me very shortly. So right then, this is where we're building, and let's get started. I'm going to go and mark out where the walls are going to be first, and then I'm going to explain a little bit more about what the rules are, because I think I have improved the standard Connect 4 game a little bit. So I like Connect 4, but the problem with Connect 4 is it can get quite boring. So a lot of the games kind of end up being the same, or ending in a stalemate or something. So I've kind of redesigned the game a little bit just to make it almost a little bit more random and chaotic, I guess is a way to put it. So half the game is going to be this orange wool, and then half's going to be cyan. So we need to try and work out the exact middle. I think, is this the exact middle here, I think? Let's go and check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then what's on the other side? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, so this is supposed to be here. This should be the exact middle right there. I don't know why I'm not using shears. I always have them with me, but never bother using them. So yeah, that should go there. Then this should be the exact middle here, because that entire wall should be 21 blocks along. So that should be 10 on each side, and then in the middle, then this can be the orange side here. So the way it's going to work is you're going to be able to just press buttons, and then the gravel and sand is just basically going to automatically drop down. So it can just work by you kind of just watching the game and pressing it. You don't need to actually place the sand yourself. There's going to be an automatic resetter, so you can just pull one lever, and then the entire game is going to be able to be reset and ready to go. But the big twist with the game is the fact that basically you can swap sides. So every time you get 3 in a row, you have to swap sides with the other player, which means you could be trying to set yourself up to get a bunch in a row, but then if you do well, you end up swapping, then you end up on the other side, and then you need to try and get either, sand or gravel, depending on what you weren't going for. So that's the big twist in the game, and it makes the game much more fun and much more hilarious. I built like a little tester version of the game, just to kind of see how it works, and it was so much fun. We just couldn't even stop playing it. So I'm really looking forward to having it officially as a new game in my lovely world. So what I'm building now is the 2 sides. So this area here, there's going to be like a glass wall on this side, and then on the other side over here, there's going to be the exact same thing again. So let's just go and put this doorway in here like that, and then down here is where the big pit is going to be. So you can see William Beaver's digging it down. So that's where all of the sand and gravel is going to drop down from the ceiling. We also need to kind of decorate the outside a bit, so we're going to put some colored paths around there as well. But for now, let's go and get building. So let's go and help William dig out here a little bit, and let's go and put the floor in first, shall we? Before we go and start building up the walls. So let's go and fill all of this in. I went for cyan and orange, by the way, because I think it looks good. No reason. I just think that the mixture of cyan and orange looks good, and I'm always just looking around the Funland just to look for like color combinations I haven't used yet, and I didn't have any cyan and orange games yet. So this is the first one, and I think it looks like a nice mixture of colors. There will be some more colors, though, where the buttons are. I'm not going to bother putting them in today, basically because I haven't bothered getting the wall yet, but basically that way there'll be basically markers where you press the button so you know where the sand and gravel is going to drop down, because otherwise it can be like a little bit difficult to try and work out exactly where it is going to be. But for now, I'm just going to put more cyan wool down. So this here is where the buttons are going to be. So let's just go and put these along now. I really want to get it. I really want to get today, even though I know we're not going to get the entire thing finished. I want to get like at least a semi-working version of the game going, just so I can fully explain how the game works and kind of how it is different to Connect 4, and just kind of show you how fun the game is going to end up hopefully being. So now there's going to be a big row of what's this, levers along here. And actually, is this high? I think I need to do the glass one higher, actually, because otherwise it's not going to be tall enough in there. So yeah, let's put one higher row of glass. We can put this back in and then put the buttons back down. I know it's a bit annoying that I need to redo it, but this is much quicker than doing the entire thing wrong and then having to go back and redo it. So that's why I'm always being doubly careful. So let's go and put this along here. And then once again, this is eventually going to be colored wool just as a marker, but for now we can just use this here like this, and it looks like Polly is basically just copying what I'm doing on the other side, and probably getting a little bit bored waiting for me because she's building much faster than I am. But this should be good. Let's go and put all of these wooden buttons along here like this. So you're basically going to be down there looking up and then pressing these buttons, and then on the top of here we need to go and place our levers. So these are going to be a bit awkward to place down because they all need to be facing in this direction, but if I do them from here, are they going to be facing the right way if I do them like that? Oh, there we go. I can do it. Okay, I was getting worried that they're all going to end up facing up or something, but if I kind of go along like this, I can go and place all of these levers along here. And tell you what, Polly, I'll throw down my other levers, pistons to you, and then you can go and put them down on the other side. So let's go and throw them down there. And then the other thing we need to do, and this is very important, is we need to put obsidian behind the pistons. And the reason for that, and let's be very careful careful placing this because I don't want to have to end up breaking these. The reason for that is because when the sand and the gravel meets, like once it's filled in, if they weren't here, it means that when you pushed it again, it would basically push back all of these levers and basically end up destroying the game. So obsidian can't be pushed by the pistons. So this basically makes it so the game doesn't end up destroying itself while you're playing it, which I think is a very important part of the game. So this is basically the main mechanism of the game complete now. So this is where the gravel is going to be pushed along. Gravel is going to be the cyan side, and then orange is going to be the sand side. So this is basically going to be all the way along here. Then there's going to be gravel filled in all the way along here. And then it's also going to be stacked up like this. And then there's going to be 2 tall towers on either side, all stacked up to the top. So that basically means that you can play the game a bunch without having to refill it. Because basically you can play the game. You can probably get about 8 or 9 games, possibly even 10, depending on how long the games last, before you have to reset the game at all. You can literally finish the game, pull one lever, and then go and start immediately playing again. But if I only had like the gravel along here, then that means you'd end up constantly running out and having to reset it. So that's one of the good things about the game. One of the bad things is that I've now run out of cyan wool. William Beaver, can I have some of your spare cyan wool, if you don't mind? If you just go and drop it down here, and I'll pile out. Good work doing the pit as well, by the way. If you want, you can go and start filling it in. That should be enough cyan wool for me. If you keep the rest, and you can basically keep the same pattern, it needs to be 3 blocks down. And if you go and keep the orange side and the cyan side, and then that's going to be the pit done. And then the mechanism that I'm going to use to collect all of the sand and gravel up at the end of the game is basically going to be similar to the curtain that I did in my cinema, my movie magic cinema. It's basically going to be the same mechanism with that, using the torches and the hoppers, but basically just a little bit smaller. So it's going to be almost the exact same as that. So if you did see those videos, then you will know exactly what it is that I'm doing. But for now, let's go and kind of try and fill in this area to try and do a good demonstration. And are you after obsidian, Polly? Let's go and give you the obsidian. I knew what you wanted. I know you don't speak to me, but I still know what you're thinking. So let's go and fill in this gravel up here. So this is eventually going to go way higher. I'm going to get all of the gravel I have and just stack it up to the sky. Same with the sand on the other side. As I mentioned, that basically means the game won't have to be reset very much. But for now, I can go and start filling in a little bit of the roof of the game to try and get that done. And then once Polly's finished kind of her side over there, we're almost ready for a test to go. So obviously, at the moment, after every single game, we're going to have to go down and like destroy it all. But it should be enough just to kind of show you at least how the mechanism works. Because I know there is redstone in this game, and I know a lot of people like to rebuild my games, but not when they have redstone. But the whole resetting mechanism, you can totally play the game without that. You could even have it so you play a game and then you just quit the world and load it back up without saving and just play again that way. Or you can just go and dig it all away yourself, or just kind of do a very simple mechanism where you just go and put torches down yourself and gather it up that way. It's really very little redstone. It's just buttons and then the pistons, as you saw. That's basically all you need in order to actually play the game. So along here, this is where basically like the roof of the game is going to be. We need to leave a gap there because that's where the gravel is. So we need to leave a gap the entire way along here, and this is basically going to be the start of where the tunnel is going to be. It's like the tower, leading up to the sky, and they're going to be pretty massive. They're going to go, I mean, I don't know exactly how high I'm going to make them. It doesn't really matter too much, but they're going to be going pretty high up into the sky. So it's going to really make the game stand out. It's like a really unique shape, and the thing I like about the shape, it's not like I sat down and kind of designed what I wanted it to look like. It kind of just looks like this out of necessity, and I always like that, like when it ends up looking cool, almost by accident, just because that's the way it ended up being. So all of this can be filled in over the top here. We probably want to go and start spreading out a few more torches around the place as well, because I spotted them too. I've seen the creepers and other googlies lurking around the outside of the game. We do not want things to get blown up, especially as we're almost getting done here. So yeah, this tower is going to lead up to the top here. There's also going to be glass kind of up the tower as well, and that just means you can kind of look in just to quickly see how much it's filled in and how much you need to fill it in, kind of before you start playing, and you can kind of see when it's time to get empty. And I'm sorry, Polly, I'm sorry I shot you with an arrow. I was trying to shoot a creeper. What awful timing! I'm so sorry, Polly. I've given you a mustache. Wait, look up at me again, Polly. It looks like you got a mustache with the arrow going across your nose. It's a good look for you, Polly. You should maybe consider growing a mustache. Not a bad style whatsoever. Can you throw me some spare cyan wool again, Polly? Maybe we could switch. If I give you some orange and you give me some cyan, seeing as you're mainly doing the orange side and I'm doing the cyan side. So this should hopefully be enough to finish off the rest of this section here like this. So we can basically go like that, and then that bit can go up the end there, and then there's going to be rows of glass along here like this, and then there's going to be another one kind of higher up, just so you can kind of look in and immediately see how much sand and gravel there is left. Of course, it's not filled up very much at all, but that's because I haven't bothered putting very much in yet because we don't need it. But when we come to doing the Swampsies tournament, the entire thing is going to be completely filled to the top. So that means hopefully we won't need to refill it at all during that video. But nearly fell into that pit then. That wouldn't have been very much fun. We're pretty much ready to go. So you can see the way that they both meet in the middle here. So basically, if you kind of went and pushed it now, it would drop down there and then just fall straight down, and then they'd all end up kind of getting stacked up in the same place together. And the obsidian also means is that if people like accidentally press the button at the same time, it also means that it's not going to break the game that way either. So let's go and fill in all of this area here to the top. We can actually also fill in all the way around the top. I'm kind of just putting a black line in the middle of the game like that. And if I kind of step back a little bit, being very careful in case there's any more googlies around here, you can kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like. So that's obviously going to be a big box. And then just imagine those towers going really high up into the sky over there. Let's go and fill in the entranceway. And I think I might be ready to do a little bit of a test to go. So William Beaver, I know you've been working very hard down there in the pit, but be careful because there might be falling blocks now. Let's press the button. Look at that! Look at that! The gravel fell exactly right down where we needed it to be. So I could say, if I want to get 3 in a row, I could go boom, boom, boom. Of course, it's very easy playing by yourself to get 3 in a row, but then that would mean that we would go and end up being switched around. And what we can also do is we can add glass along here as well, and what that means is that the people that aren't playing the game, they basically have a good place to kind of hang out and watch the game, without getting in the way of the person who's pressing all of the buttons. So let's go and fill in this wall along here, and it also means that Barnaby can see what's going on. Actually, I think Barnaby's going to be fine running around for now, seeing as I'm not climbing up anywhere high anymore. It should be okay. So we can go and fill all of this. Oh no, that's not supposed to be filled in. No, I just filled it in the same. I'm supposed to be filling this all in with glass. I destroyed it all and just put it all back exactly the same as it was before, and now I've broken my shears, but no worries, I can go make some more. So as I was saying, there can be glass kind of all the way around the outside here. And then that means that all of the spectators they can be able to kind of check out the game as it's being played as well. So let's go and do the same on this side here, and it looks like William Beaver has pretty much filled the pit in down there. So maybe get rid of the dirt and the gravel, and then maybe put down a few more torches, and then we should be ready to have ourselves a little bit of a test to go. So let's go and fill this in. Barnaby has decided that that's the perfect time to go and jump into the pit, because why not? And then also, as I mentioned, around the outside here as well, there's going to be a few rows of the same color, and then I can kind of link this up to the path here on this side as well. But I think we should be ready for a test to go. So I'll tell you what, seeing as you guys have done a lot of the work, William, do you want to go to the cyan side? Seeing as you built most of the orange side, do you want to come down here, Polly, and go into the orange side? I know it's not going to be working completely yet, but we can have ourselves a little bit of a test to go. So if you just go and climb your way out here now, William, and I'll go and explain a little bit how the game works in terms of the way you go and swap around. If I kind of just dig down here a little bit, William, I'll give you a way to get out. Of course, in the actual game, you won't be going inside of the pit, so we don't need to worry about that. But if you kind of just climb your way out here, William, up my little temporary staircase, and I can go and fill all of this in. And right, we can go and begin the game. So do you want to go first, Polly? You can go and press your button. Hopefully it's all going to be working. And then the sand should drop down, and it's going to be William's go next. So he is, of course, trying to get 3 in a row, as is Polly on the other side. But he has to be careful, because if he sets himself up too well, then he ends up switching around. It could actually end up being worse for him. So you kind of want to plan ahead, just to make sure that the other person doesn't do too well, basically, because you might end up being on their side. It looks like Polly's playing a little bit more aggressive. She's kind of setting herself up to kind of get a few different points where she can get 3 in a row. And then the way you play this, of course, normally with something like Connect 4, you keep playing until like one person has got 4 in a row. But oh no, William's made a mistake. But here, you just keep count. So now you switch around. So Polly, you have to come to this side, and you would now be trying to go and trying to get the gravel. And William would now be trying to go and get the sand. So yeah, you can see just how different this game is going to be. So I'm going to go and let William and Polly carry on their little bit of a tester game. And then in the next episode, we're going to finish off these towers. We're going to add in the colors and sort out the collection mechanism, and then the Swampsies minigame is going to be ready to be played properly. So yeah, good luck guys with the rest of your game. Sorry for distracting you. Thank you all of you for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye!